Looking for Porzingis, knocked away by George. He'll go the other way and slam it at the buzzer. You know, they signed Carmelo a day before training camp opened. I think they worked all off season. They incorporate George, who was signed late, but not that late. Then they get Carmelo Anthony, and that's a big chunk they're adding. Nice play by George. Hardaway was shooting. Here comes George the other way. Conversion of points on turnover. Porzingis, who is on the floor and guarded by Grant at the other end with 21 and 10.
And 3 rebounds away from a triple-double for Westbrook.
He had 42 of them last year. Courtney Lee, and Robertson comes out on him. George now guarding Porzingis. We have positionless players on the floor, don't we, Reg? Here's, nice little Euro step right there by Sessions.
Tonight in the fourth quarter scored 11 points, including the Jazz's last 7 at the free throw line, albeit in a 3-point loss at Minnesota. Johnson in traffic. George snatches the rebound. Ball Town secures and sets Teague off and running. Thunder's bench has outscored the Timberwolves 24-16. And a steal here for George. Abrines spotting up at the three-point line. Grant is short from the three-point line. The Thunder has that 3-man chain across the defense. And here's a steal for George, who draws.
What he do best. Setting that big punishing screen out front and then rim diving.
Zipser missed last game with a bruised knee. Lopez is able to get away from that. But then good help defense by Jordan. Mismatch. Steven was a little bit too strong. Antetokounmpo stripped by George in transition. 5-10 in the game. Deflected pass.
Free throws missed, 21-13 our score.
Yeah, right now Boston's struggling. They're only shooting 28% from the floor, and they're 1 for 5 in threes.
And they've now
make a pass.
Lillard gives it back to Nurk. Toss inside to Vonleh, but ripped away by Paul George. Blazers up 6-5, 24 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Got to watch Paul George on the ball here. He's one of the best in the business.
He turned it up last year in the second half, playing for the Pacers to wrest a victory away from the visiting Blazers.
Free throws by Melo. And the attacking drive by Russell Westbrook to tie the ball game again.
Hield is trapped. The ball reversed to the corner. Temple comes up. Westbrook recalibrates and misfires.
Even good looks from downtown. They're not, got a couple of makes already in this quarter. That's great hustle by Paul George.
Out in transition. I mean, that time the Nuggets were complaining about the call. Russ just kept going with the basketball and was able to get all the way to the rim.
Murray working off the screen from Jokic, knocked off the ball. George could have taken that all the way off that no look. Right now, Michael, as you'd like to say.
Been able to do this all game, being able to force the Mavericks to have a lot of dribbling, not a whole lot of north-south.
Position-wise, he's playing the 4 spot now with the Thunder. Other guys, Markkanen is playing the 5, but he's basically a perimeter player for the Bulls.
Pondexter off the run from Lopez, his former high school teammate in Northern California. Now they're playing again. Grant, tough shot as the shot clock expires, and that will go as a 24-second violation.
So you smother the ball.
LaMarcus has carried you. What happens when Kawhi comes back? And what about the point guards? Murray started at first, now Mills. Well, Tony Parker's been in that spot for a long time.
Off the turnover, Abrines running the floor and lays it up and in. Drives, uses the left hand, can't finish. Rebound Anderson. Gasol, bad pass. And then a foul call on Paugas. Westbrook to George. George the drive. Stolen by Green. His 4th steal of the night. Paul George takes it right back from Ginobili. And then a reach in on Ginobili. What a defensive play from Paul George after the turnover.
Bothered by Dakari Johnson. I mean, put right into jail by Johnson. Tony Allen playing after a 4-game absence because of injury, and he's bottled up, and that's a jump. Thunder missing 6 of 8. Felton deep inside, and Just came up short on that.
Have not put them on the line in the quarter on shooting fouls.
Steal here by George. His 5th of the game. Cunningham leaves it for Nelson. The deflection by George. That's his 6th steal. He stepped out of bounds.
Shot misses. Curry the rebound. Ball deflected and stolen by George. He leads the NBA in that department. Throws a bad pass, but it comes back in. And George able to finish. 11-point lead for the Thunder. Durant hearing the booze every time he touches it. Goes inside, tried the banker. George stayed right with him.
Because you can also close games on the defensive end. Offensively, it will come and go. But if you are great defensively, teams won't put runs together on you.
Well, poor George can be great defensively. Finds Carmelo Anthony. Hesitated and then nails the 3. The top 5 all time of career points per game. Back to Curry. Curry, high arcing 3, short. Well defended, picked up by Thompson, although there was contact. Iguodala deflected and stolen by George.
Three-point line, no. George. Oh, what a play! What a play by George!
This is a dicey part of the game right now for the Thunder. Just regain your composure. Well, you can do it with plays like that.
Oh, what a move!
Has other duties for the radio show on 105.3 The Fan. This is Matthews with it. Steps out to the three-point line, looking to get the ball back, and there is the first steal. And the Mavs overall are 1 of 7 from the floor. Looking for some kind of offense.
Steal by Butler, then lost it off his foot, and he's blocked by George deep. Quarter at Chesapeake Arena in Oklahoma City. Felton lost the handle on the basketball. Tyus Jones is going to attack George, who's going to recover and block his second shot of the... Crawford, short. Offensive rebound, and George with the block on...
And the reverse shot by Westbrook. Again, come up empty.
Ball will attack. George will block his shot.
The dribble at all.
He's not a 20-point scorer in this game. Out of bounds to Oklahoma.
Stops here to put the Spurs away.
White in a scramble.
To have him with us tonight, folks.
A little confusion up top. George able to poke that ball away. Six
has to keep making tough shots.
George challenging O'Neal. Sefolosha trapped. Shot clock inside 3. O'Neal's going to put it on the deck and release a floater. With Karam's 7 points in the quarter, 11 on the night. Nice job by George to run Graham off the 3-point line, and then
if you're the Thunder, score, and now you got to come out on the other end and get stops.
Thunder is shooting 12 of 34 from the floor in the second half. Walker bottled up, turned over. George gets kicked, drifted out of the way, and then he's fouled. Charlotte looking for only its second road win of the year. They came in 1-10 away from their own building. George with the challenge on last.
Oklahoma City, and Russell, shots he made a year ago like that one, not falling for him. High assist percentage for a team not known for its ability to pass it.
Oladipo can't score over George. George and Westbrook had combined 9 for 35. Yet Steven Adams, Patrick Patterson stepped in.
Legal guarding position.
15.3 on the clock. Pacers down 3. Adams almost broke that one up. Young tracking down the loose ball, turns it over. And Paul.
George takes it right back.
The NBA steals leader with his first of the night. Russell Westbrook pull-up, banks it home with 14 victories. 5 on the shot clock. Simmons holding. Kicks it out. Stolen by George. His second steal of the game. Well, they're 13 and 9 the games he's played. They're 1-4 without him. As Covington 12 points off the bench for Raymond Felton. Simmons gets inside. Can't get it to fall. Patterson comes out of the pack. Westbrook back out. George steps up, three-pointer. It's good. Paul George from downtown. Back-to-back threes.
Overtime victory against the 76ers.
In the 13-14 season, he scored a team and arena record 62 points against Charlotte here in January of 2014. Thunder has forced 6 turnovers here, now 7.
Great block by Paul George.
And George for the Thunder. Thomas has that poked away. What great hands, what great reaction. And that would explain why he launched it wildly over the rim. Russell got it to him late. George with the deflection and the steal. Turn pass, the kick outside. McDermott ran Eustace off the three-point line, and Ron Baker has the steal. George takes right back. Felton lost control of the basketball, gets it back. George teeing it up for 3. Westbrook averaging a triple-double in the month of December. Trapped the ball, and then George standing up bluntly, coming up with the block, and then coming away. Like this, the physical nature of George's defensive approach. Westbrook going for the steal. Floor is a little bit unbalanced. Lyles outside for the basket in the third overtime in Philadelphia after having nowhere to hide on a couple of possessions earlier.
Seconds left. There's about 2 possessions left. You got to get a stop right here. Don't allow Denver to score with any kind of confidence going into halftime. One in the motion game with a lot of hard cuts to the basket, so you got to stay close and tight to your man.
Craig turns the corner, stumbles, and loses control of the basketball. Shot clock hasn't reset here. It doesn't hit the 5. Scott Mason Plumlee now picks up Jamal Murray and got his hand on that entry pass, and then Paul George forcing the shot clock.
It's been pretty decent.
Chandler checked at the three-point line. Thunder did a nice job of denying the return pass on the pick and roll, and the steal here. Westbrook extending.
As a free agent after 6 seasons with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ingles gives it up to Favors, who is in the NBA concussion protocol. Nice to see him back tonight. Rodney Hood is back. And he came to 5 off of turnovers, 14-2 on the fast break. Almost needless to say, those in the Thunder's advantage. Joe Johnson, short for 3. We talked about all the things that are starting to go right for Big Blue, and that was ugly. By the Thunder. They're denying Prince at the three-point line. George slaps that ball away. Russell going to run. He's got a trailer, and Patterson. Anthony's going to step into it. Bang! Transition. That's that quick strike. Prince stripped by George. Westbrook is back. Tough shot in the weeds. Goes to the deck. No call. Cephalosha in transition. Oh, Paul George! Punish it! Where he jumped out and said, "Boo!" and Mitchell gave it back to him.
Couldn't believe he had the ball in his hands.
Over the top, Favors. Blocked by George. Gets it back. Shot clock deep. George with the steal. My God.